Hey, hello, my people. How are you? I just thought I should quickly give you a lowdown and update you about this Ikweremadu's case. Um, the daughter has spoken, and just a brief statement that she made. I'll quickly go through that with you, and then we'll leave it at that for now. Uh, she says that is Sonia Ikweremadu, the girl that has this condition that the parents were looking for a donor for, that they've been accused of, or they've been jailed for attempted organ harvesting. She has this ailment, terrible kidney problem, which they call a nephrotic syndrome, where the kidney does not function properly. At the moment, her survival depends on continuous dialysis, which might be the route for the rest of her life if she can't get a suitable kidney transplant. Anyway, she came out and said that she understands why her parents have been convicted, though she disagrees with the conviction in the sense that he thought the judge could have been a bit more emotional about it rather than go by the law. I mean, as a parent, would you have taken the same route? You know, you'll be desperate as much as possible just to get a donor for your child if the same scenario applied to you. She also says that that although she understands why her parents were convicted, she sees them from the angle of parents who love long life and good health for their child. She says they will just move on, continue to move on as a family, and that it's been very hard for her to comprehend how life will go with the way things are at the moment, with the father in prison, the mother in prison, and the doctor who tried to help her in prison. And that the father was given about 10 years, 9 years and 8 months or something. That by the time the father comes out of prison, he will be about 70 years old. The mother also was sentenced to 4 years and 6 months in prison on the ground that she's a mother and Sonia will need her. While the doctor, Obina Obeta, who tried to help in this instance, has been given the longest sentence, 10 years. Sonia is beginning to blame herself for what has happened to her parents. She says she feels guilty and feels like all this has happened because of her. Yes, it has happened because of you, but their parents, mind you, they will want you to live life well and long. She said she had no involvement in the search and settlement for the young man that was brought to Britain, whose organ will have been plucked to use for her. That is David Uwamini, Ukpo, they call him Ukpo, who was brought to the UK to donate his kidney to her. That it was her family. I mean, maybe she meant her father and mother that handled everything. She says she has no animosity against Ukpo. That is the guy whose kidney they would have used. And that she wishes him the best. Ukpo is struggling now. He says his life is in danger and he won't want to go back to Nigeria. And probably is now seeking asylum, but his lawyer is making a case of that at the moment. Like I said, the wife was jailed for 4 years plus. The husband, that is the father, former deputy president of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 9 years and 8 months, I think, and then the doctor 10 years. But these sentences will run for at least 2/3 of the time. That is, they will spend at least 2/3 of those years in prison. Sonia says her experience now has allowed her to understand life in another way, and she now has a new vision to help people with kidney condition, to show that they do not need to be scared. The case blew open in 2022 in June, when it suddenly came up that Ikweremadu was in prison. Was arrested by the police, sorry. And since then they've been running up and down to get this sorted. That is the latest. The next one will be breaking down the full story of Ukpo's case, how he was brought into the UK, how they met and what they intended to do. And is it true that Ukpo knew that his organ was going to be harvested? Was he offered money? And all those things we will answer in our next episode. So, until then, all the best.